one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to y'all, like, you know, Brother Verner's my cousin, but, you know, we both Sunni Muslims, and so in our community, we have issues with the Salafi community. And then everybody got issues with the Nation of Islam community, right? So then no one ever works together. We all black and we all Muslim. And then nobody works together because we can't unite under one thinking. Where I'm totally okay with, like, all right, they believe what they believe, and we believe what we believe. And, you know, what's up?
Yeah, unite under an idea.
Yeah.
You started off. You remember when you started off after Brother Michael got finished? Mm-hmm. You started off with what 2 words? Do you remember?
No, what I said?
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, that's where it begins with what you think, and then it filters on out to how you think. You see, if we think that we can come together under one thought. Mm-hmm. And then we practice that, then we open up a whole new paradigm. Because we haven't been thinking together on one line prior to this point. You see? Mm-hmm. So we have to condition ourselves to think that it could happen. You see? Because anything that your mind can conceive, it can achieve.
I think it can happen. I just don't think, like, I would love to, like, if we had a Khalifa of the Muslim world. Like, forget black, Pakistani, white, whatever. Just the Muslims in general, we need a Khalifa. There's never been a time in the history of Islam, other than now, where we didn't have central leadership. You know what I mean? But in today's time, everybody think they're a leader. So it's like, if you have one, we might say, all right, we're going to follow this person. And then he starts beefing with somebody else, and then now that person breaks off, and they got their own group, and these people got their own group, and everybody's fighting. Like if Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad was alive, I don't even know if they would be able to get, like, if they had to start that movement now, mm-hmm. I'm not sure if they'd be able to get off the ground with the way the community is.
Divided.
It's so divided. You know.
Let me add this 2 things. You know, you mentioned that you're Sunni.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we Muslims.
Yeah.
Regardless of what we want to call it,
mm-hmm.
we Muslims, and all of us are striving to submit to do the will of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
To submit our will entirely to do the will of Allah. Surrender. Give up our life to be a righteous Muslim, following what is laid down in the scriptures, and particularly the Holy Quran, and following the Sunnah, or the way of the Prophet Muhammad. Mm-hmm. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Where did this divisiveness come from? Right? Because the Holy Quran says that we became divided after what? After knowledge came to us. It's in the book. So we all know that there must be a change. Regardless of theology and ideological differences, the survival of our people is based on our willingness to unite on the principle of self-preservation.
Alone.
So we must come together and work together, whether it's doing business together. I'll come to you and get my hair cut before I go to somebody that's not my people.
Yeah.
I'll support your business and buy your products and send people to you before I go to a stranger that don't give a damn about my community, don't love my community, and don't mm-hmm. love my people, don't even care about poor whites.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think, it's not even a thought, I know that for order for us to survive as a people, we have to all mature in our understanding mm-hmm. of Bible, of Quran, of religion, and our place among the people on this planet. The bottom line is the black man and woman, the Hispanics, the Latinos, the original people. And I'll use that term to be all inclusive. It's our time to rule, man. Mm-hmm. And we see us coming up. And there's an element out there that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan identified as an enemy to us. It's very real. See, now, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been on the front line for 64 years and has not gone anywhere, has not wavered. 64 years he's been working for the cause. He's 85 years old. That man is qualified, has proven, has built the nation of Islam back from the dead. 6 months after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad departed, the nation was gone. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan started rebuilding in 77. And from 77 to current, the nation is alive. And not just for Muslims in the nation of Islam, but for black people in general. The Million Man March alone, the man called for 1 million, 2 million came, most of them were Christians. That act right there alone, if it did not qualify him in the eyes of the enemy as a leader of our people and all oppressed people, it did for black folk.
All right, to be fair, right? I don't have no particular criticisms of the minister, right? But the word and the general feeling for most people, they had a bad taste after the Million Man March because none of the points that was said that it was going to get done ever happened. And I was young then; I was in the 10th grade, so I didn't get to go. But and that's just from me being here in the barbershop and listening to people in the barbershop talk about it, and they all say Christian, Muslim, they all say, oh, well, what happened to the money and what happened?
That comes from being uninformed.
Yeah,
because everything that the Million Man March stated, the desire for it, things that happened. The adoption rate of black children increased. Violence went down. Matter of fact, that day there was not a single crime in Washington, D.C. Crime went down. Families stayed together. The money, which was distributed properly and had an independent auditor who audited money and had a press conference to tell the whole world where the money went,
Penny for penny.
they didn't want to report it.
And then posted the findings on the internet so everybody could see it.
So since we don't really want to spread something good, we can always find something negative.
let's find something not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you had 2 million black men came for one common cause. And when the enemy seen that, all over the world, the minister went on a world tour.
3 of them.
3 world tours throughout the Muslim world. Man, they were so inspired because what they seen an army of black men rising. And the enemy seen the army. Because in Washington, D.C. that day, the president left town, Congress left town, Congress shut down, the Senate, everybody left D.C. on a Monday afternoon because the black men said it was going to come in unity. But if we knew the military might that they had laying for us, you'll be surprised.
They was waiting to kill us all.
They were waiting to kill us all. And then when they was doing a walkthrough, the police chief of Washington, D.C. with the leadership, security of the Nation of Islam, did a walkthrough. And they said, if something go down, this is the way you would take the minister out. The minister said, man, go to hell. He said, if it go down, I'm dying with my people. See, we dealing with a man who is just fearless.
Listen.
And let me tell you this, pardon me, Brother Ed. Let me say this. After the Million Man March, the minister had an invitation to see Brother Muammar Gaddafi. Beautiful human being, beautiful Muslim. Built Libya up from nothing. Ran Occidental oil and the white folk out of Libya. They murdered him.
Yeah, they did.
They murdered him. Hillary and Obama. United States government murdered a Muslim.
Yeah, they did.
Muslim world ain't say nothing. The minister went to see Brother Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi offered the minister an honorarium which is an award that he gives every year to a people or an organization for outstanding work. He offered the minister as a custodian for black people and oppressed in America $1 billion. Mm-hmm. To build schools and economic development. And then said, no, you can have the wealth of Libya. Mm-hmm. Them crackers wouldn't let nothing come in America. They tried to make the minister register as a foreign agent and told the minister he couldn't travel abroad. The minister said, get the hell out of here, I'll go where I want. Jumped on a plane and left. Mm-hmm. See, everything that we do for the good of our people, all of us. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the greater the good, the greater the opposition. We live in a world that is satanic.
No, we do.
And it has a root. And there's a reason why. In the Holy Quran, God said to the angels, I'm going to place a ruler in the earth. The angel said, what will you place in it except that which will cause what? Mischief and the shedding of blood. Because there was peace on earth. But God had to make a people that would take wickedness and evil to its apex, but also bring out of us all the stuff that was in us because of rebellion. We at the end now, brothers. We at the end. And if we don't change as a, see, look, Allah's will not be defeated. We going free. Now, people want to stay with white folk, they can stay with white folk. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of interracial mixing up going on. I got biracial nephews and family members. I love them. Mm-hmm. I don't have disdain for their mothers or their parents. I don't. I have family members that are married to white people. I respect them and I love my family. I don't have no problems with that. But at the root of what needs to be done is we'll never unite as a people like we could as long as we're under the influence of white supremacy.
So
no, you're right.
It's an institution.
And what they saw that day of the Million Man March was a glimpse of heaven. What black people had the potential to do if left alone. You see, and like Brother Vernon said, they don't want to ever see that. They thrive in chaos. You see, and as long as we remain divided, they still ride on high. But when we come together and put aside our petty differences, that's when we begin to grow. I happened to be on post that day. And the first part of the morning, I was on the stage. And I was in Baltimore at the time. And later on, my post was changed. He had 2 columns of steps, one on each side. And I was on the top of the steps. And I was standing right in front of a national park guards guy. And when the minister was giving the pledge, when he was saying, say your name, this white guy, he was like, now they told me that, and he was talking to me. He said, now they told me if anything was to happen, that we're not supposed to touch the women in the white dress. Is that right? I said, you got that right, buddy. But they were instructed, right, to leave the women alone that particular day. And he was so hung up in the ceremony, this white park guard, when the minister was saying the pledge and the words to the pledge, he was saying his name, right? And that's how beautiful and lovely it was at that